What I'm saying is, Torian will come in the box. Wayne, you can go in the box. Tell her what you found offensive, which you have every right to find offensive. No one's saying you can't find offensive.
She's sparked up a lie for the past few days gone about me.
No, if
she knows what she said was offensive. She knows it was homophobic. But what you're doing right now is saying it's okay as long as you speak to her. Oh, piss off.
It's not okay. I never
said you should have just gone about it a different way, maybe.
Listen, she's trying to...
Like, the whole situation should have.
She's trying to educate. Anyway, she's trying to educate TikTok about racism, yet she's coming out with homophobic slurs.
Because she's had to come on TikTok. Sorry, she's had to come on TikTok.
Do you even know the situation? Who are you? Box number 7. I've never seen you before. Do you even know what the fuck's going on?
Who, me?
Yeah, or do you just
I've been in a lot of pages of Maureen's live. I know exactly what's going on. So I know a lot about you, Mother Teresa. So let's keep it that way. You don't need to know about me, but we know a lot about you. So that just says.
I'm glad that you do. A lot of people do know about me because I'm well spoken. I come with facts and I don't sit there and lie unlike your mates who you associate with. I tell you what. We'll put into perspective. Yeah. Can I ask Han? As Torian's friend and moderator, do you think it's acceptable the other day in the middle of a race debate that Torian lied and manipulated and said that my funeral saga, was used against her in a racial way? Do you think that's acceptable in the middle of a race debate to do? Because I don't, but I didn't hear any of you condoning her words. Do you think it's acceptable she's homophobic? No, I don't see any of you condoning her words. You don't think it's acceptable because it's Torian?
You're telling me something, let me answer.
David, I'm going to switch the box round, mate. If you want to come back up, just request and I'll get you straight back in, mate.
If Torian found it offensive, she found it offensive. That's for her to answer you. I can't say that because A, I wasn't in the live.
Firstly, are you okay? Because it's really, you can't keep explaining for everybody. They should be back up themselves. And it looks like everybody's going at you for this.
I will be back in touch.
Yeah, I'll get you in next.
I just wanted to jump up and say I went in a live today and it was Paige's live and there was a conversation with Laura in the box saying, Laura can't feel the way she wants to feel. Laura shouldn't be, this is how people are making her feel, that she can't be upset that people have been racist. There's no reason for people to be stood up defending anything around that homophobic comment. People have a right, the same as Laura does, that's been preached for 9 days or whatever, when you terrorised Pearl all over the app about it and didn't let her rest while we all talked about it. People have the same right to feel the way they want to feel around homophobic comments. So people can't sit in a box because they were all live today and not pass comment on it. End of. That's it. There's no defending that whatsoever.
And no one's bullying Hannah. Respectfully, Hannah's
no one is.
Because she wanted to have a discussion about the situation. It's just that, unfortunately, you've got many different people who are opinionated, and their opinions aren't the same as Hannah's opinions. That isn't someone bullying.
The thing is that I've got to be honest. The situation when Hannah actually come to the box, mate, she come up to speak about something totally different, and then was asked a question, and she was already in the box when that question was asked. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it was like you followed on from there.
I think whether it's after this live or not,
there, hasn't she? She hasn't dipped. If she was uncomfortable, she would have just left.
But whether that she's in the box already or not, from this live to the next live to tomorrow's live, people have a right to feel that they want to feel. She can come out and apologise, the same as Pearl did, and she can still be reprimanded for what she said, exactly what happened to Pearl. That's the top and bottom of it. Whether she apologises or not, people have a right to feel the way that they want to feel.
I'm not going to tolerate that rubbish because all we've had rammed down our throats for the past 9-10 days is it's institutional racism, it's covert racism, it's invert racism, it's this, that, the other fucking racism. Yet they're both sitting there going Batty Man Bounty and fucking cigarette. No, I'm sorry, but I'm not the biggest fan of Pearl. And I have been very vocal when it comes to Pearl. And I said racism is not acceptable to Pearl. But you know one thing she isn't? Is a hypocrite. And this is what the problem is with this fucking app. You get people like Torian, or whatever her fucking name is, and the other one, Paige one, who actually, if you watched her live last night, was mocking Cockapoo's tone, yet she called DG out. that she called DG out for saying ponder, and like she's doing exactly the fucking same. It's a double standards. Do not go for somebody who has said a racist slur, who has said sorry. If you are going to accept that apology, then you accept it. But then don't go on the attack to every other minority group. And stop talking about your white privilege, because Paige, I think, is a dual heritage person. That means she has a white man or black mum or whatever. Let's talk about white privilege. Stop going on about it. Stop ramming it down our fucking throats. Stop making everybody guilty of being a racist when we're not.
It's not feel guilty about it. It's just preaching about it, because people out there don't know about it. So yeah, you may be educated.
People are making us feel guilty.
You are educated, and I'm not trying to be a mouthpiece. I'm just trying to get help at it, like, because you all came down the throat at one point, and that's why I did come in the box, because it feels like everyone's pressurising it.
What I said was going to upset as many people for a word I've used all of my life since ever I can talk.
Exactly, Bill, and you've been educated now, like you've said.
But like I've said, I can still say that word in my own home, around my own people, but I know not to use it and direct it at certain people now. I have been educated in that. And like I said, I apologise for all that, but I listened to her live today. Now I get them mixed up, and I'm sorry for getting them mixed up. I don't know if it was Paige's or Torian's live again. People were getting in the box today. If they were disagreeing, Laura was in there as well. If they were disagreeing, I don't know if it was Paige or Tori, and you can correct us which one it wasn't. They were saying, well, you haven't been educated properly. Instead of laying down and opening your legs and doing all of this, and I thought, am I really hearing this? Because people were not agreeing with what was said. So that, in my opinion, was the height of insult. Let me assure you, everybody doesn't lay down and open the legs because they've got a different opinion.
No. And Pearl, after you said
you was in the box with her and Andrews a little while ago.
You all?
I'm asking Wayne. I know he was in the box with Torian a little while ago over in Andrews. Did you try and talk to her then?
Yeah, I did. I tried to talk to her, but guess what she said? I don't know what I said was wrong. Well, yes, she fucking did.
Well, I didn't know what I said was wrong.
Well, exactly, Pearl. Exactly.
Pearl, I was just going to say, after you made that comment, for those 9 days after you made that comment, how were you made to feel?
Shit.
To feel like I didn't want to be here no more, because I hurt that many people by a comment that I use all the time and still will continue to use, because I say it. I know not to use it at a certain in communities or ethnic groups. I know that now, and that is what I'll learn my grandchildren. But again, I will still use that name, and it's the same as, you know, the little nursery rhymes that I sing to my babies. I will still sing them nursery rhymes to my babies, and I don't care what anybody says about them. I will still sing Baa Baa Black Sheep to my babies till the day I'm not on this earth.
Can I say?
Let me jump in, please.
Catholic people, and even now you feel guilty when they can't have a normal nativity. At this whiteboard and blackboard, come on, everybody, give your heads a shake. The world's gone fucking mad.
Can I just say?
Oh, 1 minute.
Can I just say, please?
From saying one thing.
Alex, when you're ready, man.
Not one thing. Sorry.
Can I just say something?
Can we let Jay speak a minute, please? Because I love you, Pearl, but sometimes I just want to pick you up and just put you in bed and say, "That, please, Pearl, come on."
Can I just say, Alex? Sorry to interrupt. Alex, sorry to interrupt. Can I just say, Pearl was ignorant because she's ignorant. Pearl is Torian is ignorant because she's biased and homophobic. There's a massive difference.
Okay, so just to address a couple of things that have been said. First of all, I stand against all forms of discrimination, so I want to make that clear. I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm here to share my own personal opinion on this. And do I agree that it was a slur? Absolutely. I don't think that that can be denied. And whether or not you want to cleverly word it, I think, you know, people are right to call it out for what it is. I have no problem with people holding people to account. Now, in regards to this Pearl situation, right, just the same way as Hayley said, and I think she surmised it beautifully, at the end of the day, we can't tell people how to feel when slurs are made. It can trigger people in a lot of different ways. So the same way Pearl said what she said, whether you want to call it ignorance or whatever, it triggered people, and we have to acknowledge that. And whether or not people like it or don't like it, that's not up for debate here, right? So the same way I've been, you know, I hear all this energy for Torian, but where's this energy for Rickster when Rickster was using
get with the plan.
No, sorry, please don't interrupt me respectfully.
Get
right?
with the plan.
Because I don't identify within that community. I'm not trans. I'm not gay. But I have big creators like Rickster using these slurs and this type of language. So I'm all for calling people out, but let's keep it 100, right? Let's not round on one person, because there's more people who are using these type of slurs and disrespecting the LGBTQ community. So hear what? If people want to talk about this for another week, 2 weeks, because this has triggered them or made them feel a way, nobody can tell anybody how to feel. That's correct. But what I am saying is don't be picking and choosing as to who you want to round on, because Wayne, it sounds very insidious the way you're going on at it. I understand the point, accepted. But also what I'm saying is we can't be selective. If people are being homophobic and transphobic, we need to call them out for it. No if, buts and maybes.
It's about the double standards. That's what, for me, it's about. Call me whatever you wish. You can call me a derogatory term. I can live with that, because that's what I've always done for all of my life. I can't cope with double standards. There, one person is saying the world is this, and yet they are going against the old world that they've stood for. That's what my problem is. Double standards.
Can I say something? I mean, I love Pearl anyway, but when I went in the box to try and say that Pearl, what she said was wrong, but she was trying to explain, if it came out of her mouth again, it wouldn't be intentional. And I got chucked out of the box because I was told, but it's but. So but means that Pearl's not sorry. Pearl sat there the next day and took any kind of shit that came her way because she knew she was wrong. Where is the same? That you separate everything. Pearl is an amazing woman. She did something wrong, and you all, every one of them, Tori and Paige, not Hannah did a brilliant job, but poor Miss Red, Alex, Luke, everybody, they all got shit for a good nearly 10 days. But when it's said to the others, but.
To be fair, I deserve the shit, so.
Sorry, that was someone outside.
They're saying the same thing. They're saying but she wouldn't have meant it. But it wasn't allowed for Pearl.
Well, no, see, the thing for me, and I'm going to be honest with you, when Pearl said what she said, calling a black person an orangutan, and then she apologised, she used the word but, which is fine. Well, not fine. But the thing with Torian is that what she's trying to do is preach to every single body on this app to say that racism is this, racism is that.
I'll get you back up in a minute, Hayley.
She slags off every homophobe or every aspect of the LGBT community.
And I understand your honesty, because I'm going to jump down. But my point was, I got chucked out of a box because I was trying to say, Pearl has used that word for a long time, as she said. But when you're the older generation, because I'm middle-aged as well, it's hard from taking a word. So I fully understood what she meant. If it came out my mouth, I'm sorry.
Right,
but it could happen.
So let me say this. Pearl has not gone round on the app professing to educate people about the word racism. She's not done that. There's a massive difference, isn't it? There's a massive difference. You go around educating people on an app about a certain issue, you can't therefore be judgmental.
But look at Pearl's friend, Miss Red. She was absolutely devastated.
Just like people in the LGBTQ community, your experience matters. So here's the thing. You are the experts in your fields. So you can't be saying, because you know what, when people have been exposed to racism and they've experienced it, of course they want to bring awareness. When people have been, they've experienced homophobic and transphobic comments and have been completely just disregarded and disrespected, of course they want to come and talk about it and bring awareness to it. Why would we not encourage that? Don't we want to?
I'm not trying to say that, but what I'm trying to say, respectfully, is I'm white, I'm a white woman, but things have happened to me that's been terrible. You can't go around. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But because Pearl said something and she knew she was wrong, she said she was wrong. She took the shit.
Nice for that.
She took the shit the next day.
Hi
all
everyone,
day.
it's Torian. My account's been banned. Hi. Pardon?
I said, here we go.
No.
Anyways.
It's going to be a calm conversation. It'll be a calm conversation. Go on.
Okay. First of all, when I said that you are shaped like a cigarette, I was not at. I wasn't even thinking about.
Yes, you was, man. This is the problem.
Can I speak or
no?
not?
You
or
can't.
Should I just drop?
Because
okay. The reason why I even came into that live is because Wayne was in there calling me a bitch, a bastard.
No. Speak the truth.
Alex, am I just going to keep getting interrupted?
Wayne, just let us sign and I'll let you respond.
Thank you. Anyways, I said to Wayne that he is shaped like a cigarette. Shaped. That is something I use with my friendship group. I'll be like, you're shaped like a spliff, you're shaped like a cigarette. It's mainly about the weight. It's nothing to do with homophobe. But if you are offended, Wayne, and to the LGBT community, I apologize.
Yeah. Of course. You're bound to now. You've made it.
I apologize if you feel offended. That wasn't my intention at all. Like I said, I wasn't even thinking about your sexuality.
Oh, no, of course not. No.
But, yeah.
It was the same as Pearl didn't see a black woman. She had an argument.
Respectfully, you can't compare calling someone an orangutan to what I said.
Of course you can, because I didn't see a black woman I was arguing with. I'd just seen Laura.
Okay.
It's exactly, no, it's exactly the same thing, Torian. Exactly the same.
Okay, Paul, let me explain to you why that's, you can't compare, because when you can see the fact that she's a black woman. If Torian didn't know Wayne, hang on. If Torian didn't know who Wayne was and whether or not he was part of the LGBT community and she said that, but okay, she did in this case, but if she hadn't have known and she said that, you can't compare to Pearl saying orangutan to a black woman. You know Laura's black. You can see that she's black.
I don't know this man's gay. I don't know him from nowhere.
She did, and I didn't see a black woman. This is this day and age now. We in 2024.
Get you back up in a minute.
Hell, we should all be the same. This is why racism is out of hand, because what is the problem with us all being the same?
Pearl, shall I tell you how it actually happened with Pearl? Shall I tell you how it actually happened with Torian, right? She was in Andy's box, somebody joined Andy's box, and what she did, she cut that person down and said, yeah, we've heard this before. So when Torian started talking about racism, yet again, I at her and said, we've heard this before.
See, when you say that yet again, I don't like, you're being like antagonizing. What do you mean yet again? Like, don't do that. Because do you know what, Wayne? As funny, as soon as since I've come on this platform, this stage here, I haven't disrespected you.
I'm a homosexual man, because on the other hand, it says gay Wayne. You was homophobic, so stop your bullshit. You, Torian, you are one of the people why there's a backlash of racism, because everyone is scared of not allowing you in the box in case you get called a racist. You call out people for having a dialect because they're racist. And guess what? Those in between are racist. You are such a hypocrite. You are the backlash of the reasons why people are turning against you, because you want to make out that everybody is a black community.
Okay, right.
Come back up, mate, because you are echo. Carry on, guys.
I don't understand, right, is how one creator that said something, and it just unfortunately had to be on the stage that us three black women were on, is now being turned into we're on a hate train, or we're trying to take every creator down for being racist.
It's not you, it's them two. Paige and Torian, we go around the app accusing everyone of being fucking racist, from the top creator to the little bit of a creator. Everybody's racist. They do not agree with what them two girls are saying, and that is the problem.
Exactly.
The thing is, you can't teach. You can't teach.
Chatting so much shit, and Pearl, I don't know why you're saying exactly because that's
well,
not
it's
true.
right.
No, it's not right.
The thing is, you can't. The thing is, you got to understand, guys. You can't fight racism with discrimination as well.
Exactly.
And let's not forget what Wayne done as well. He took out the Quran after I said I was Muslim and was like, "You bitch." That's also disrespectful. So are you gonna apologize? No, that's how I took it. That's how I took it. Are you gonna apologize or no?
You are not educating yourself.
You actually antagonized me. You was in Angie's box talking about me.
I am educating myself.
Are you apologizing? Are you apologizing?
Yes, man. I ain't gonna apologize.
I rest my case.
And I will swear on the Quran.
Then you said after that with Wayne, because he had his shitty hands all over it because he will have took a shit that day. So that was like right back at you, so you lost your argument there and then with that comment.
How did I lose that argument, pal? I said you can't talk to Quran when it's dirty and you
one at a time, guys. One at a time.
Can I address Pearl?
I'm about to be rude.
Can I address Pearl, please? Listen, Pearl, I am reading the Quran. I'm sharing that on my live tonight. I also read books about Hinduism. I read books about Sikhism. I read books about Christianity. And I also read books about every other culture.
Yeah, but the Quran isn't
it doesn't matter if it's the Quran or not. Listen, stop reading religion. Stop. Well, so is Hinduism. So is the Christianity. So is the Bible. Do not.
I would not dare pick up a Bible and say I'm reading the Bible.
Call me stupid by reading books.
How has this gone from homophobia to Bibles and all that? How's it gone from homophobia?
I don't even know how we got here.
Can I very quickly?
Yeah, let MC jump in because it doesn't stay for long.
Can I just ask a question before I leave?
Yeah,
Torian, in front of 2.4k people in here now, can you just confirm that you're saying you've only ever been homophobic once and it was the cigarette issue? I'd just like you to clarify if that's okay.
Yeah, she can't because she won't.
Wayne, just respectfully, just let Torian answer, please.
Sorry, MT.
I'd just like to speak to Torian. Torian, are you able just to clarify in front of the 2.4k people in here that that's your first instance of homophobia?
You lot best be putting Rickster under the same microscope. You know?
Oh, I will. I said to you before in the comments, tell me what Rickster said, and I'll have the exact same energy for him. I'll go over and
told
see
me
him
about wearing a dress, making.
Yeah, in fairness, I know a few of us tried to.
Anyway, can Torian answer the question, please?
Allow us in, but also in defence, when this all happened last week with Paul, and then other people mentioned, what about CLA, what about so and so? Everybody was told this is not about them, this is about Pearl.
I will, Jay, I will be completely honest with you. Yeah, if I knew Ricks that had been homophobic, I'd have the same energy for him. It's not just because it's Torian, and it's not because I've got an issue with Torian, but I just feel respectfully if people's behaviour is going to be highlighted, and it's going to be highlighted long term for people.
Guys, can you stop? Right, hang on a second. Guys, stop atting me. Stop atting me in the comments. My name is not Torian. Okay, you're atting me and asking me why is she not answering? Why? Stop.
Yeah, please. The separate people.
Like, why am I getting attacked for what?
But has Torian answered the question of what MT asked her? No, she has not. Why has she not? Because she can't say, no, I've never been homophobic. Because she has.
Pause, bro. She's on
That's the double standards, man. That's what we're talking about.
I know she's on
I know, it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, like
every live I go into, he said, "What do you think of Tony? What do you think of what Pearl said?" It's like every live I go into.
I'm gonna go anyway, but I'll leave you with that question. Can you just confirm in front of the 2.5k people in here that's the first instance of homophobia that you've displayed? And I find it hard to believe that you don't know any homosexuals and you wouldn't believe that fag would be an offensive word.
Yeah. Let's use the word batty man, shall we, MT? Let's use the word batty man that you brought up several times.
I don't agree with this. Even if you're a part of the community, using these slurs is just disgusting. I don't understand. Even if you're trying to be funny or whatever, like, I don't get it. Why would you, from that community, be propagating and using that word? You're a dunce. I don't get it. You're trying to come in here, have a really serious conversation about how you've been hurt and triggered by somebody making an inappropriate slur towards you. And then right before someone drops, you're using a word that you know is offensive to your community. What, in the form of a joke? Like, this is what I mean. Like, people, you've done your own dances. You put water on your own fires that you start to create. It's weird. Sorry, but it's weird to me.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with you there, mate. But we've also got to kind of match the energy there as well, because at the end of the day, when there was explaining the Pearl situation, everyone was shouting. I don't want to say the word, but they ape constantly, continuously, just to get their point across what she actually said. So it's kind of, you know what I mean, swings and roundabouts.
That's true.
No, but when Pearl was in the live with Laura and they were speaking, me and I can actually remember we didn't jump her throat at all. Like nobody did. Everybody was shocked. Everyone was lost for words, but we didn't jump her throat at all. Like there was none of that.
I called her racist outright. I did.
Yeah, we didn't jump her throat at all.
Absolute massive.
Real got slaughtered.
And it shouldn't have done, because what should have happened there was, instead of lives, that's all I was listening to, my name mentioned, and I went in and I said sorry. It wasn't accepted. I said I'll never apologise again. Why I carried on apologising.
Okay, do I still have an echo?
You got an echo, but if no one else, no one else speaks, you get your phone.
I do have an echo? What the hell?
You do, mate.
I just want to say one thing. Just check this out. Just one thing. I don't know how it is over there in the UK, okay? But here in America, if you are the one who is calling something racist, guess what? You're the one perpetuating the idea of racism. That makes you the racist. That makes you the guy or the woman who's covering up for your own insecurities. When you use the word racist, when you use the word racist, you give it life. And you perpetuate the idea that it exists in a space that it doesn't. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, what?
You're chatting hella rubbish.
Okay, this is just how it is here in America, and if you don't like that, that's just too damn bad.
We're not in America, though. We're in the UK.
We're not in America.
And that's the reason I clarified it right before I said something. If you don't agree with it, that's your opinion, and that's fine. But don't sit here and trash me. I'm just telling you how it is, okay?
Yeah, you agree with that?
What?
I agree.
Anyway, I've apologized now. I'm going. All right,
I was speaking.
Call that an apology, Tori, and that's not
person. This is why we don't go on and cause a massive stir over it, because people who goes on and on and on, they're affected in their life big style. And I think it's a problem. It's like a you problem, not a me. So we just try to educate people. We do not go on the attack and cause this big divide. We try to educate. So I agree with that man there from America.
Is Torian still there?
Yeah, she's at the bottom.
I know, because look, a minute ago she jumped out and it was like the boxer's request, and then all of a sudden she was in there again.
She's bound to jump out because she's being called for being a homophobe, just like she called out Pearl for being...
I was just inquiring of the question, because MT wanted an answer. I don't know.
Yeah, and he never got his answer because Torian and fucking Paige, they won't admit to it because it's all about racism. I swear to God, these two girls are dangerous. They really are dangerous. Pearl, she said a fucking stupid.
I wouldn't like to say they're dangerous. I don't think that's the right.
I would like to say they're dangerous.
I would like to say the word dangerous. I just feel
he's calling a homosexual a fag indirectly, which is inciting hate, which is everything that them two girls stand for. When are people going to wise up to these two bitches, man? I'm sorry, but
no,
I just can't.
No, I'll give you one more chance, and then you're out.
Yeah, sorry, Alex, but I just don't understand how they can try and educate people about racism instead of ramming it down people's throat, which they always do. And
it's not
I want to say this.
Because if you don't agree with what's being said,
you're a racist.
And I want to drop down, please.
You want to jump down?
No, Jay.
I just want to say this and jump.
Oh yeah, let Jay speak, and then he can.
So here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, right, with the racism thing and all of that you keep referring to it as, right, you have every option as a human being, as an adult, to click X and click out of that conversation. There are many conversations that happen across the app that many of us will not agree with. We keep trying to bang this drum. I say we. I'm all about the unity of one. I don't care how you look, what colour you are. It makes no odds to me. We all come from the Creator, so I don't really understand the divide. However, the divide is very real. And I think it is very important that we have awareness. Now, I agree that there's a way to go about doing things, but sitting there waiting for other people to trip up to go, see, we're all infallible as human beings, you know. And I agree that anybody making any sort of phobia comments should not only apologize, but understand the true ramification of their actions, because we don't know people's journey. Just as much as we don't know people's journey when they've experienced racism, we have to empathize and understand. And I'm saying that as a mixed race man. So
but did you see that, mate? Did you say that honestly? Because obviously I respect you for coming in.
You've been kind
of respectful. Well, you have been totally respectful. Sorry, that's the wrong word. I mean, do you actually agree? Like the other day in that live when Shep was in there, Laura, she literally stated someone said them again, and she jumped on that again, and it was not meant in any racial way, and that's the problem. Like a slip of one word or saying them lot, and then it gets that's a racist.
You know what it is though? We've got to be really careful. And I take your point in its entirety, and I think this is where, like, when we see things like when DG does his Pond the River, Pond the Bank, I don't define it as being racist at all, but I think you're trying to cause a bit of an offence. But it's fine. You be who you want to be. There is no colour. Wait, sorry, let me land. There is no colour for culture. So when people are saying Pond the River, Pond the Bank, you have black Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans, white Jamaicans. So at the end of the day, Jamaica is a culture. Yes, we're a people from an island, but ultimately it's a culture, man. So I'm not pressed or triggered if people want to take on my culture and want to embellish it. That's cool, man. Like, there's no problem. There's a guy called White Yardie. Do you know what I'm saying? A guy from London.
Yeah.
Jamaican accents to Kingdom Come, right? It's not a problem. It's not a problem when a comedian goes on stage and makes jokes about white people, a black comedian. We don't start calling a comedian racist. So yes, I agree. Sometimes you've got to be mindful about this being overly sensitive, because we can read too much into a lot of things, and a lot of things can be perverted to suit the narrative that we're trying to run with.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. Can I just say this one last thing, that I am jumping down? That's what I'm saying. When I said that, right, now Laura was supposed to be really absolutely devastated and cut up, right? Why did she do the fist pump in the air and start shouting, yes, I finally got her to say, you fucked up, you fucked up. Why do that? When I was in bits and absolutely devastated for coming out with that word that I have used all of my life.
Yeah, in all fairness, Pearl, then you should be devastated by what you said, because
I am, and I still am.
Right, listen, but let me land. Like Jay said, there's no room for you to say.
Am I ever going to get a chance to land? So
next time, Cal, you can. Sorry, Cal, because you've been so quiet.
Okay, so I'll just say, like, Pearl, what you said by calling somebody orangutan was bang out of order, and you got ostracized for it. But my problem isn't the fact about racism, it's about the double standards when two people are trying to educate people about historical, invert, overt, whatever racism they want to call it, and yet they come out with homophobic slurs. So like Jay said, it's just like, appreciate the land that we live in, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, God.
Go on, Cal. Speak, please, Cal.
Sorry, Cal.
No, I just want to say, like, because I'm offended by Tori and, by what she said. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not. Yeah, I've got a gay son, as everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gay myself. So that apology that she just gave was fake as fuck. Yeah, that wasn't even a sincere apology. Like, what the fuck?
She's only saying sorry because I've called her out for it. Is that
you're all allowed to have that opinion and feel that way, the same way when Pearl said what she said, right? Yeah. Let's keep it 100. Wait, stop.
Yeah, but let's keep it 100. Pear was crucified. Pear was still crucified. Even though Pear said sorry, Pear was still crucified for a whole week.
Ladies, is it fair to say though that most of us watched the World Cup final, England versus Italy, a few years ago?
Not me, I don't like football.
Okay. I'm not talking about football.
I think he's just trying to set an example.
Yeah, I'm trying to, if you let me just land the point. Most of us did watch England in the final because, as you know, often we'll stick a flag out of our window on our cars thinking it's coming home, and we really did think it was coming home. Luke Shaw, oh my God, what a goal. Anyway, the reason I say that is to say this, right? When it came to penalties, and the penalties were missed by Bakayo, Marcus and Jaden, right? It wasn't just spoken about with people in a footballing world. This hit the news worldwide about them being racially ostracized, called monkeys and every other racial slur. And I'm sorry, right? So unless you were living under a rock, it was all over the radio, it was all over the news, it was all over social media. People were changing their profile pictures to say we stand solidarity.
No, you're not turning it like that. What I said, I don't pass that like that. I use orangutan all the time, and I'll still use it. I just know now the situation where and who to not use it to. Okay. So it's a word I use. And how everybody else didn't understand their slurs, I didn't understand mine.
Okay, here's the thing then. Let me say this to you then, Pearl, as a form of like me talking to you as a stranger, but coming from a place of love, okay?
Yeah.
It's language that you can use in your home that maybe isn't appropriate to be using on an app that is universally accessible, where your words can and will cause offense. And maybe it's not intentional, okay? So I'm coming from the devil's advocate now, right? So please don't attack me. But I think when you've got a big platform, you have to understand with that comes great responsibility, right? So maybe whereas before you could be a lot more free and say certain things, there's a level of expectation of you because you have such a big platform and people will look up to you. And you have to understand when you do sit top of the tree, this is what happens. This is what comes with it. You can't sit top of the tree and expect it's always going to be easy and rosy.
I don't expect it to be, Jay. Can I reply to that? I don't expect it to be. But what I'm trying to say is there's nobody going to make me change. There's nobody going to make me change of way of I've grew up all my life. And I still, listen, now I understand. I have been like learned. You don't say that to a certain like people and it's from a different ethnic group. But what I am saying then, and I'm still saying it now, nobody's going to make me stop saying anything that I have grew up with. I am 57-year-old. I was called it as a child. My mother and father used it, and it's something that I use. And my grandbaby, a 4-year-old, I was on a live the other day, came out with the same word. I have got live footage of me saying it on there to people who say they've never said it. So I'm not apologising for being me.
Here's the thing. I was in that live. And I'm going to be real.
Yes, I apologise to those who are hurt.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing, right? You can tell me from your perspective what it is, right? So kingdom come. How it's received by other people is something you have no control over. And that's something that you've just got to accept, right? Now, people have every right to feel offended. Now, people were saying in the comments we're diverting away from the topic of conversation. It's about isms and
It's not about Pearl. It's about Tory.
And I'm coming back to it right now, Wayne, I'm coming all the way back to it.
We'll get back to it quite quickly then, because it's not about Pearl, it's about her, Tory and
it is. Do you know what it is, my friend? Do you know what it is?
Everybody, sorry, and somebody else can get up. Thank you. I'm listening to you, Jay, in the comments. I'm listening to you.
Respect, Pearl, respect, right?
Thank you.
Listen, I'm not here for the divide, like you're not getting it, right? I'm not here for the divide. I'm not here to go with a pitchfork and try and take people down. It's about understanding your responsibility when you're on this app and you're a big creator and you're not beyond reproach. And I agree with you, Wayne, that something was said that was offensive. Not once have I said that it wasn't offensive and it can't be construed as anything else other. We've had other people from your community come up here and express their complete disgust with the choice of language. I stand in solidarity with that. But I also stand
in solidarity with someone like.
Let him finish Ryan first, mate. And you can jump in.
I also stand in solidarity with people that have had, who experience racism as well, and I'm allowed to do that, and I'm allowed to have an opinion. And listen, I go back to it. We all knew the monkey thing. It wasn't just one person, and you had to be a football person. Okay, it was something that was universally known. And in that moment, I don't know what happened with Pearl, right? But it was a very heated live. Everybody was shouting and screaming. It was very chaotic. And sometimes things are said. What's being addressed is now being addressed, and I have no will or desire to keep dragging that out. I understand your hurt, Wayne, and I'm going to leave it with this. If you wish to talk about this for another week, or the community of LGBTQ, how this has triggered them, I'm all for it, and I will sit and listen because I'm all about learning. I have no problem in learning, but what I won't do and what I won't allow to happen is people to be then put on a witch hunt and going, well, we don't like her. Look, she's fucked up, so we're going to go after her. That's not the right attitude.
That's what everybody done to Pearl. That's what everybody done to Pearl, though.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Because I think that's where the hurt was there, Jay. Because when that actual situation happened, a lot of other people's mentioned around that current time being obviously racist, but everyone is still shifted all back to Pearl. Every single thing. No, them people never got approached. It was always pulled back to Pearl. And that's where people were asking the questions. Then was it about views? Was it about clout? Was it about this? Was it about that? Because it always ended back at Pearl.
Can I just say?
Look at this now. This is all landed back to Pearl. when this wasn't about Pearl. This was about Torian being homophobic. So leave Pearl out of it.
Kelly, chill up a minute. I want to go back to what Alex has
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm just going back to
like that, or you'll leave the box. Do you understand?
Don't tell me,
guys. 1 minute.
Can I go back to what Alex
just said? Bill speaking to women like that, man.
Oh God, women or man?
Some respect, or leave the box. There's no reason.
Can I go back to what Alex has just said? Can I go back to what Alex just said? Oh, okay. I'll have respect, Alex. Can I go back to what you just said?
Carry on.
Everybody in the boxes went for Pearl. I included went for Pearl. But yeah, as soon as it becomes a black person talking about homophobic slurs, then we sort of have to dismiss it. And this is what my biggest thing is. Everyone goes for Pearl, have the same energy for Torian.
Can I just quiet? Why does the colour of her skin have to matter around the language that she used?
Why does my sexuality have got anything to do with anything?
But that's something. No, but you just said a black woman, so I'm just trying to understand.
What does Torian brought that up? Thank you.
Yeah, but you're saying a black woman should just refer to her as Torian. She's a woman in the first instance.
Oh, yeah, she referred to me as a cigarette, aka fag.
And what have I said about that already? So you're coming.
Why are you putting me up? Why are you putting into someone? Because I said about someone's colour of skin. Why not?
Because
you're losing your argument. You're really losing your argument right now.
How people all rate themselves is them telling the world about who they really are. So when you just opened up and said that, I have a problem with that, because it wouldn't matter if Torian was pink, green, yellow, black, whatever colour of spectrum you want to go with, or Googleplex. It doesn't matter. It's a woman. A woman has made the comment, so let's address that.
Yeah,
the thing is, I agree, Jay, there, but I think what made it all like shift over is earlier on where Pearl obviously got the wrong person. She accidentally accused the wrong person, and then Torian jumped into the box and said, "Oh, is it because I was black that you thought it was me?" and all this stuff, and that's where it shifts then, you know what I mean? It shifts over to, why is it about the colour of skin? Maybe you just got the wrong person in general. It doesn't matter if it's black or white. Torian made it about colour then.
Thank you.
You know what I mean, Jay?
Can I just say something, Alex? If you can just be quiet. Alex, firstly, I want to apologise because it was your live. I only came up to voice my opinion. And the opinion I was actually trying to make is like, I'm a 50-year-old woman. She's a young woman. You cannot tell me she's not educated in homophobic slurs. And she's all for educating people on racism. Well, she now needs to be educated on homophobic slurs. But she doesn't want to be, because she doesn't think that she's being homophobic. Well, her slurs have hurt homophobic people. And it's not the first time that she's done it. But her apology is nothing, because she doesn't see that she's done wrong. I wasn't having a go at Hannah. Hannah couldn't answer for Torian. There was no point in me trying to explain. And I get that, like Hannah's a friend and she's trying to get in the box to defend this, that and the other. But you can't defend something if you haven't heard it yourself. And my point was, Torian has so much energy for everybody else, what they say that's offensive to her. She's going to have to take responsibility of what she said that's been offensive to other people. Do you know what I mean? You can't have double standards.
I think the app's run with it, to be honest with you.
Sorry?
I think the app's run with double standards from everyone. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about anything, colour, anything. It's the whole app's covered in it. Because I could sit. I'm myself. I'm full of double standards. I could say I could be honest and sit here and say 1 minute I'll say, you know what, that person's this, that. But I'm doing it myself. So that's my double standard. You know what I mean? And I'll own that. Yeah. But I feel like
Alex, I'm sat on your platform now, right? And this is the thing. And this is what I mean. There's no ego here for me. I'm just really here just to find ways that we can build understanding, because do you know what? There's a lot of learning clearly from what I've listened to this evening, and there's a lot of hurt clearly. Look what happened to Paige and I know people go, oh, forget it, but it's important because they themselves have experienced things in the last week off the back of certain misinformation being put out there. But I didn't see the public apology as loud as the disrespect. And I think this is what it comes down to. When the disrespect is so loud, the apology needs to be louder. And I agree that what was said isn't acceptable. But I don't see, unless Torian's here to speak for herself, I don't really think it's right.
Listen, Torian's got a mouth on her, and she's going to go on what she says. So is Paigey. At the end of the day, these two girls are causing a massive, massive backlash of racism, and yet they call out everybody else for their shit. Make it make sense.
The thing is, though, when as much as they want to educate us on racism, they now need to be educated on homophobic slurs. But I'm sorry, you hang on, mate. You cannot tell me the age that Torian is, and she's younger than me, that you do not know in this day and age what is a homophobic slur, because that's rubbish. You do. You know, I'm a lot older than her. So,
yeah, exactly.
But anyway, Wayne, before I go, I'm going to drop down, Alex. One good thing's come out of this, Alex. At least everybody's not talking about you. So, I'm gone. Love you, Alex. Love you, Cows. Love you, Jojo.
You're speaking facts. You're speaking facts, Buffy, and that's one thing I like about you. These girls need to take accountability of their words and their actions, on how it's divided the whole of the TikTok. So, if they can't do that,
ask you as a man. Can I ask you as a man, Wayne? One sec. Can I just ask one question as a man, Wayne, just to talk to you man to man then?
Okay.
Can I ask you, rather than keep going around about the problem, we acknowledge the problem, but as a man, I expect us to come with solutions. So what solution would you like to see off the back of
Listen, let's get things right man to man.
Yeah,
the fact that Torian has never once admitted to being homophobic, and what she said is a homophobic slur. So then,
hold on. So one of the outcomes, wait. So one of the outcomes you want is for Torian to admit that she's a homophobe. Okay, so that's
no. I don't want her to admit that she's a homophobe. I'd want her to admit that sometimes when you're trying to educate people, that sometimes you need to be educated yourself. And that is it. I wouldn't say she's a homophobe. Well, I would do with the slurs.
Well, you said that already.
That's because it's ignorant, just like Pearl is ignorant.
Okay. So we've got to be careful then of calling people homophobes and using homophobic slurs.
Which she did though.
Okay, and I get that and I respect that. So ultimately what you want is Torian to be open to being educated on the language she uses towards the LGBTQ community.
Because it's a massive LGBTQIA, it's a massive community. And
I'm not a part of the community, but I respect it.
Yeah, but even so, but what Torian has done is she's ostracized all of that. Not just the L, not just the Q, not just the T, not just because the A or I or G. She's gone against everything and made it about race. She's not once spoke about what it's like to be a black man that is gay, or a lesbian woman that is black, or a Muslim that is in fear of domestic violence because of her sexuality. None of that seems to count to this woman. As long as it's all about
someone who's. But here's the thing, though, right? And we can't be mad at that, because for someone who's not.
Why can't I be mad at that? When
okay, let me land.
Yeah, she's preaching.
Okay, you are a part of the LGBTIAQ community, right?
No.
Your exposure to people who are part of that community is a lot greater to somebody who doesn't genuinely identify within that community. I'm not saying we don't have people within that community at work, or we don't have friends. But what I'm saying is when you're part of that community, your network is a lot bigger. So actually, when you're sitting there saying she doesn't have a black Muslim who's going through domestic violence, or a black man who's homosexual, like, that's again, you're making it about colour. And really, what I would hope,
I think you've got me confused with Torian and Paigey.
No, I haven't, because I'm listening to you orate yourself, and you're using the word black. And the thing is, it doesn't matter the colour of your skin, it's your experience because of your life choice. And actually, that's really important to educate someone like me who's a heterosexual male, because I don't understand your journey. But what I do know,
let me tell you, as a gay man to a heterosexual male, and a gay man would never bring someone's race into it, the ethnicity into it, the sexuality into it. We would never go to that level of the point of where it makes that person feel like they're shit.
They're exempt.
Wait there, sorry, I just said choice, yeah. Sorry, I don't mean not be ignorant if I offended anyone by saying choice in regards to their sexuality. Obviously, I respect people are born that way, and I did not mean any offence. That was just a slip on my behalf.
Torian said it was a choice.
No, but that's a mistake on my behalf, and I'm publicly owning
No, it's not about you, but Torian said it was a choice.
There is no Tory.
People say I say white. I'm mixed race. My mum's quarter Irish and quarter Scottish, and my dad is a Rastafarian Jamaican. I think I can call colour. Do you know what I mean? I think I can call colour. So anyone in the comments chatting shit about you say white, you say this. I hate the fact that we're divided by what we see. I wish we could just be one like we are from the creator, but we don't. We stay divided. So people in the comments going, you say this, you say that. I'm mixed race, so guess what? I'm on the fence. Figure that, eh? Fucking figure that.
You know what? No, like, Jay, the problem is when you say about dividing on the fence, that is because you got people like Paigey and Taurine. That is dividing it. Why?
What about Wayne? What about Citizen X, final boss? Hey, Alex, I just got here.
Hello.
Guests, citizens, mortals, how about now? I've been here like 11 minutes just observing. Like, feel free to ask the final boss anything. I'm just a mere mortal.
I don't think now's the time to be chatting shit, to be honest.
I literally haven't started, so please, like, what
but honestly, you sound like a grown man, and that's quite
interesting.
I think you should just leave, to be honest.
Am I supposed to do a cartwheel? Like, literally, I've been welcomed.
No, I think you should go and look in the mirror and sort your life how I felt.
Wayne, can we just clarify that Paigey hasn't actually said anything homophobic? Because I've got a lot of
I've not been made aware of anything that's come out.
I just want to make sure people are aware, because I don't want Paige being put into this as well.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Because with the app and that, when you normally speak of Paige, you normally hear Tory, and it's just that's how it is, and that's not fair, because like what happened to Hannah earlier. Like, because everyone was approaching Hannah saying, what do you think, what do you think, what do you think? And
I don't want Paige getting a load of shit in her live if she hasn't actually said anything.
Do you know what's not fair? Do you know what's not fair? Is them two blaming everybody else for the race debate. That's what's not fair.
Do you know the thing is, though, Wayne? You were sat in Angie's the other day with, I think it was Spiritual Hope, a really nice girl, a black girl, who was trying to educate you, and you was coming out with the most outrageous, ignorant things I've ever heard anyone say, and then you're sat here, and because of and you're sat here. Can I finish talking, or are you going to try and talk
actually, over? Like what though?
And then you're sat here, and I understand that gay people, LGBT community have struggles. I completely understand that, but the things you were coming out with the other day, it's just a massive deflection.
Like what?
You was coming out with all kinds of stuff, loads of stuff, crazy shits. If someone can get spiritual in, she'll probably tell you the shit that he was coming out with. It was ridiculous. And then you sat here, and then can I finish talking, or are you going to try?
No, because you're talking bollocks, mate.
And no, I'm not talking bollocks. And then you sat here playing the victim. I don't think you're the right person to speak up for the LGBT community. To be honest, I think there's better people than you that can pull up people on homophobic behaviour.
Exactly. Okay? You can't come out with anything that I said.
This is not real life. This is spiritual. He's got this real hate towards women.
None of us can get a fucking hold of me yet.
Vibe is so off towards women. Like, you give me this.
I know, it's disgusting.
Can someone drop 2 secs? I got Paigey that wants to come up. I think it's fair she can have her say, because she has been mentioned a lot.
Can I quickly just say before that, Alex, you have been mentioned. Apparently, I was listening on Angie's. She was very, very upset that she had hardly any viewers. And Wayne, I don't know you, but she called you out a lot and called you a wrong un, which I have got evidence for you if you wish, because you were here and you bad-mouthed.
Jojo, you won't be giving him nothing. You won't be following him, because he's not a nice guy. That guy.
No, I'm not. I'm just letting him know that Angie was talking shit about him.
When a lady came in, something she saw, right? He's exposed himself to showing. He gives me the vibe of a woman hater. That's the vibe I get.
Well, I've seen all the fat shaming you've done for women. I've seen that.
It's ridiculous, and you're coming up here trying to fight a cause, but your behaviour and the way you're conversing with women, especially on the panel, as a man, and this is how you feel you need to. And this is what I'm talking about, people.
That's where you lose your argument.
Advocates coming forward, speaking for your community. This is why a lot of people...
I'm not speaking about my community.
Yes, you are. You've been screaming it. You're embarrassing your whole community. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay. Well,
let me just before Paige speaks, because she's gonna outspeak me because, let's be honest, she's better at speaking than me. But what I'm gonna say at this, you can be the biggest wanker on the app, but you can still be a victim of homophobia. I'm gonna state that because I feel like
that's true. And I stand with that.
You know what I mean? You can still be a victim of it, even being a wanker.
Yeah,
Can I just ask one big question? Sorry. So Wayne, you've been offended by a sentence that has been displayed by Torian to not actually mean what you believe it to mean, but I understand that maybe you've been called such word with negative connotations because obviously of the community that you're in. So my problem is now, why are we running up alive for this situation? Because you're saying it's affected you or offended you because of, you know, it's a word that, you know, as normal people, we don't really necessarily put towards it. Like, calling someone a cigarette, if you're not homophobic, if you're not prejudiced, then of course you're not going to mean that. Like the orangutan comment. So, my thing is, Wayne,
Can I address it?
Sorry, I'm nearly done. And then obviously you can say whatever you want to say. Because no, it's not don't try that, guys. It has been tried. It has been tried and it has been tested. And apparently it's been proven to be correct. So as long as you don't find it offensive to others, then, you know, it's not offensive. So my thing is, like I said, regardless of what you're deeming it to be offensive or not, let's take intention out of the situation. Because when it comes to racism, remember, guys, intention is not counted. We wasn't allowed to talk about intention. It wasn't the point. So my thing is, if this is a deflection, is not what we have been crying about for the whole week on the app, a deflection in itself. So I'm very confused. Because I've had lots of DMs today telling me that I've said this and I've said that and I'm homophobic. I shouldn't be talking about racism. So can anyone please explain to me where I've been homophobic?
I have just made sure that Wayne clarified that you didn't say anything homophobic.
But it's now, Sarah, darling, I get what you're saying, babe. Now it's been clarified in said live. So I'm just wondering, because apparently like one person doesn't stand for all. So the whole problem was when we're talking about discussing people, you know, in friendship groups and circles, etc., we're being told consistently and consecutively that birds of a feather do not flock together. So I'm wondering if it's not all about you. Alex just said my name's been mentioned, darling. So what I'm going to need you to do, if you're in the comments, you're allowed to, of course, come up and check me, speak to me, ask me, talk to me. But what I'm not going to do is have trolls consistently in the comments keep going on. So we're the ones that are deflecting. We're the ones that are so patronising, etc. But exactly the same behaviour that has been displayed towards another community when we've been screaming for consistent however long, however many weeks, etc., we're not allowed that same energy back. My question is it one rule for one? Or is it just... Because there's not been a lot of acceptance, admittance. There's not been a lot of anything. So I'm really confused as to what's going on. I've not had no apologies. People have called us all kinds of names. We called DG the same word in terms of, you know, long like cigarette, yeah? We didn't call you that. Wayne. I don't even know who Wayne is, nor do I actually know his sexuality.
God, there you go yet again. There we go. Like, Paigey comes out with long words that nobody...
No, I don't know you. Dwayne, do I know you? Because I've had DMs that have been directly put to... I've never had a conversation with you, Wayne.
Nasty, vile individual.
Just have a conversation.
I'm horrible. Anyway, it's not about us being nasty. We're all nasty. We're all cunts, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's move on to the facts. Have I spoke to you directly, Wayne?
No, you haven't, but you laughed about it.
But you've had my name in your mouth, darling, so I'm really confused.
When your friend, Torian, was laughing
okay,
about...
no, but that's my friend.
When your
so
friend, Torian, was getting in batty, man, you've
had a disagreement with my friend, okay? No, but it's not birds of a feather flock together, though.
Is this bird for real?
I'm not a bird, I'm a human, but...
You're not.
Can you just
hold on, are we... What are we? Like, we can't be called certain names. You're offended. I'm offended by you calling me a bird now. I'm really confused.
Alex, tell him to be respectful.
Alex, you need to get control of your life.
There's no need to speak to women like that.
What's happening now is he's disrespecting women, and the women play a big part on your platform.
You don't like women going up against you, Wayne. That's your problem.
Why can you not articulate your point? Why can you not articulate
No, I'm just wondering, I'm asking you a direct question. Wayne, have me and you had any interaction at all with each other?
No, actually,
okay, so I've heard from, I've seen screen recordings of my name coming out your mouth saying that me, Torian and our gang are homophobic.
How many more times did I say yes, we have?
What, me and you have had when have we had a conversation, darling?
You last night, if you want me to play the fucking screen recording I got about you laughing.
No, not a screen recording. Wait, when have me and you had a direct conversation? I don't know who you are, darling.
I'm racist.
I don't know who you are. Let me ask the question.
There you go. Everyone knows that
you had a direct conversation.
Wait, have you been drinking?
Oh my God. Yeah,
I'm asking you a question. Wait, you're not just saying Torian. You're saying Torian and our friends, Torian and everyone else.
I'm asking
you a simple question. I've had DM saying, by the way, I'm bisexual, so I'd love to know how I'm homophobic.
I'm on about you.
Okay, so me and you, when have I been homophobic towards you, darling?
Last night when you laughed at what Torian said.
What, because you were shaped long and skinny?
Oh, no.
I'm shaped long and skinny too.
And the fag thing.
No one said, no one, I'm not even going to, can I just say, guys that come into my live, I don't even rap Eminem's lyrics, in Clean Up My Closet when he mentions that specific F word. So I really struggle to understand the issues of me coming out of my mouth. Have I called you the F word?
This is the problem, you talk.
No, darling, it's a yes or no. When Alex called out, he said, did you do this, yes or no? He said yes, he said no. I'm asking you a question.
You are the biggest homophobe ever.
I'm homophobe, Wayne. I get down in girls' fronts on a weekly basis, babe. Tell me where I'm a homophobe.
Because the world's against me. Check me. The world's against me. Check me.
When she's asking you questions, just answer the questions.
No, she's not. What she's doing is patronising and condescending, like she does.
If I come in affirmative, I'm aggressive. If I come in talking to you normally, I'm patronising. So basically, Wayne, I can't win.
You are nothing but a fucking white supremacist. You are disgusting.
I'm a white supremacist now, so I hate black people.
What has this turned into? This is descending into chaos.
Oh no, hold on.
Yeah.
So I hate black people now.
You know, I had to drop him. I'm not going into that down that.
No, I'm either a white supremacist or I'm too pro-black. I need to understand the difference. This is the thing, Alex, okay? In topics of conversation, I don't care what's been said. I'm happy if I genuinely said something that was deemed homophobic. Number one, I struggle to understand how someone from said community can be, but it's fine. I will understand it and discuss it. Someone came up into my live yesterday and tried to come up with something that wasn't facts. I said, I will happily discuss this with you if you can just show me some proof, show me some statistics, show me some facts. I'm happily to do that. So you taking one word. My thing is, so Paul and everybody else, okay, said that we took a word. Like, let me just get to the bigger picture. Fuck Wayne, fuck Paigey, fuck Torian right now. Take us all out. The biggest issue on the app, we've been told for the whole week, okay, that as a community, we've taken one word and we've absolutely gone and just gone, we've reached with it and we're taking the piss and et cetera, et cetera. But now it's a different situation with another word. The same energy, the same response is not applied. So why is Torian not being back the same way that Pearl was, or the same way that Alex was, or the same way that Miss Red was? This is my question of answer.
Torian's not getting a week. Torian's not getting a week of hate campaigns on live where you sit in and just slander hate after hate after hate.
I mean, can I just say, whoever, I don't know who's talking because your circle's not moving. I'm guessing it's you, Prince person.
Yeah, Paige, all you've done this whole week is
do you know what I do, Prince? Do you know what I do? Because you do realise before I called out some of your favourite little...
You don't let people speak is the problem, because all you do this week is talk and hate and be the first person to then call on people hating on you. You are a walking...
No one's hating on me. I've not called out anyone.
You are, Paige, a walking, talking hypocrite on this app, and you need to start checking yourself and stop checking other people. You're the biggest hypocrite on this app.
Yep.
You are the biggest hypocrite. You sit in the box and you say the most vile, hateful, disgusting things where you don't care about people's mental health. But when it gets flipped back on you, Paigey, you cry and you're the victim. How about you start focusing on your life and putting as much energy as you do in Pearl's life as you do yourself?
You're echoing.
And that's all I've got to say. I've been waiting to speak to Paigey. I think it's absolutely vile what she does on this app. And it's disgusting that people can look up to you, Paigey.
Yeah, cheers. You got some weird echo.
Paige, you've got to take that.
Paige, you jump back up. You got some echo. I don't know if it's the mic or anything, Paige. You can jump straight back up.
Prince, why do you feel so strongly towards Paigey? Because that was quite an impassioned kind of...
I do, because I'm tired of her sitting on live badgering people, hate campaigns after hate, sitting here and pretending to be this goddess who wants to help the world. Do you know what you want to do to help the world? Get off TikTok, write to your local MP, go to different protests. But what you do is you spew up hate, you try to twist situations to fit your narrative, and somebody has to say, Paige, you're absolutely vile. You're vile.
Darling, but that's fine. Prince, listen, the thing is, darling, you are completely entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
No, but I don't know what, by you saying your opinion, do you want me to be
Because you sat
upset?
on your live and started bad-mouthing me 3 days ago when I put in the chat, and you told them all, block him out now because he's got an opinion that, you know what, shock horror, it didn't match your narrative.
Yeah, of course I'm telling you, it's my live, darling. If you're...
Yeah, but this is the problem with you, is this live, you can't control what's been said, so the truth gets said about you. But when it's in your live, it has to match your narrative. And if it doesn't match your narrative, and if you can't spew hate on someone else, what you've done to Pearl is you've absolutely psychologically tried to fuck her up the last week. And now the same situation is happening to your friends. You want to try to switch it on everybody else.
No, I'm asking a question. No, this is where you're wrong, Prince. My whole point is you've just sat there and proved my point. You've specifically just said... Okay, I've ruined Pal's life this week over one word. So now my thing is, are we perpetuating the same behaviour that we're moaning about?
So
the thing is, I mean, Prince, I don't care. You can hate me, darling.
But you just twisted my words. Because I didn't say because of one word. I said you hurt Pearl on your words, not one word, on your words.
No, but you're saying on the back action.
The situation, because I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about what Pearl said.
Okay, but why did I... No, okay, see, Prince, this is where you're getting your words tangled, darling. Why did I have a go at Pearl in the first place? Because of the word that she said,
That's how it all started. Run live after live after live for a whole week hating on someone until they break is a whole different story, Paigey.
She's broken. She just sent you a nice gift, darling.
You are not a police officer. You are not a judge. So get off your high horse and stop thinking you
But you do realise that, darling, you can just not listen to me.
I've not heard you spit one. Go ahead, spit a fact.
You just said you was in my live. I'm very confused. Okay, so you hate me enough that you want me to come off the app and stop chatting shit, but then at the same time you don't watch me.
This is what you do. But I'm hated. Stop.
I didn't sound hated.
You're not a victim. You're an attacker.
I didn't say I was a victim once, darling.
You're an attacker, not a victim. That's
that's your opinion. That's fine. Is there anything else you'd like to put towards me?
That's it, because you've been running away from my opinion for a very long time, and now I'm finally saying to you. Come off your high horse. You're not a victim.
I don't ride horses.
Stop focusing your energy on everyone else and start focusing on yourself. And the other thing, if you give any damn about racism, get off the clout chasing on TikTok Live to get the numbers and start doing something that changes the world.
Thank you so much.
Join a protest. Write to your MP.
Join a protest.
Do a campaign.
I'm going to need
sitting on live for a whole week, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're a bully.
Start a protest. Hold on, darling.
Hold
on, babe. Prince.
I'm sorry. No. What we're not going to do, Prince, is come for Paige. Yeah? If you don't like us talking about racism, just say that.
I have an opinion, but
stop making up lies.
So it's coming for Paige and I have an opinion, but Paige can have an opinion on the whole app. Paige can have an opinion on the whole app, but as soon as someone has an opinion on Paige...
Okay, hold on. But one second. What is it that's so bad about what me and Paige done? What is it that's proper affecting everyone? What is it?
That you're both walking, talking hypocrites. You dish out the most vile...
Sorry, you dish out the most... Okay, now, Prince. Can I respond?
One mic, please.
Am I allowed to respond?
Go ahead if your friend stops screaming
I wanted to answer the question.
Can I just have big screen for a second? Sorry.
Yeah, you've done one campaign. Good job.
No, can you let me talk?
Paige.
You've also done a week of hating.
Hold on.
Wait. You lot have
No, hold on. Torian, we're going to go live. But no, listen.
Here we go. We're going to go live.
Prince said, I don't do this for anything but clout, and I've not been doing this. So can I just show you something?
The last week.
I'm going to need you to stop talking though, Prince.
No. The last week, what radio interview have you done?
No, you said, no, Prince, you said I'm not doing nothing off the app, darling.
The last week, what have you done that could help the world with racism the last week?
Grandparents would have been or not.
What have you done? Good job. I can pull up.
Okay, so bear with me. That's just BBC. That's ITV, Prince.
What have you done the last week?
Hold on a minute, Prince. This is my protest, Prince. I created the protest. I didn't go to a protest.
I'm asking you about the last week. I'm asking you about the last week, not about last year.
Paige.
Right, that's what I thought. Silence.
Paige.
Yes, babe.
Paige, drop.
You should be in
We'll go on our own
that.
platform and talk about it. There's so much racist people in here. It's
You,
ridiculous.
the whole world is racist
Prince,
to you guys.
No,
As
not
soon
the
as
whole
you have
world.
an
The people
opinion,
that I don't understand what it is that we've done so bad.
You know,
That's got you affected so bad.
You guys
No
want to
racism What is it?
accuse everyone. It's like the girl who
What
cried
everyone?
wolf.
Who have we accused?
The girl who cried wolf. You can't just scream someone's racist because they have an opinion.
Didn't scream someone's racist. You're getting a bit offensive, darling. Are you okay?
She just said you are
I still said
racist.
Black Lives Matter, Prince. Is that okay?
She just said you're racist.
Oh, look at that. In 2020.
Okay, I'm
before
still
TikTok
asking you
was a
for this
thing,
last week.
No, you said get off the app and do something constructive.
Can you
Prince.
answer me? What have
told
you done
me
this last week?
This last week. Well, I'm back into school.
Passionate about
It's
it.
been
What have
half
you done
time,
this-
Prince, darling. It's
No,
been
no,
half time.
Katie, answer my question. This last
I'm answering
week.
your question. In this last week, it's been half time. So unfortunately,
So
I'm
what
not
have you
been able
done?
to go
Sat
into
on
colleges
TikTok and
school.
slag off Pearl for a week and tried to get her to have a mental breakdown. You should be so
No.
proud of yourself, honey. You should be
No.
so proud of yourself. Listen,
Thank you so much. I
All I'm going
appreciate
to say
that.
is
Thank
practice what you preach. And if you're going to preach love, be love. You can't try to fight hate with hate. And that's what I'm going to say.
Thank you,
Paige.
Prince. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Be a lover, don't be a hater. And
I
also,
appreciate it. Thank you for your input, darling.
no worries. Hopefully you take something from that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Alex. I'm going to head off now.
Is that it then? Okay, Alex, I'm gonna drop now. Tori, I'll see you soon. Alicia, I love to you always. Jay, love to you all the rest of you. Bun up, babe, because listen to me. You can't ever put down what I'm doing. I promise you on God.
What,
clout chasing?
No one's trying to put you down.
Okay, that's fine.
Paige,
Prince,
you're
what are
lying.
you doing?
I'm
What are
giving
you
my
doing?
opinion. But I'm
What
not,
are you
I'm
doing?
not claiming
What are you
to be
doing?
I'm not claiming, well, if you let me finish instead of
We're
repeating
having the same conversation, bub.
I'm not, no. There's a difference between
Why is there
having an opinion and holding
Okay, anyway, bye, my darling.
hate
Thank you
life
so much
for a
for your
week.
input. Thank
This
you
is
for
what you
your
do. You run away from the truth so you
I
can
really
go to your own
appreciate
life
it.
and keep spewing hate. This is what she does. This
To be
is what
fair,
she does.
like, you've got to be honest with you, Jay. There's a bit of patronising there, and to be fair, the
What
conversation was on about homophobia, and
Not
then
all of us have done anything wrong in this life.
but when the discussion then changed from everyone's race, there's too many racist people in here. I mean, I don't see anyone being racist. People. People was putting their point across there.
Exactly.
It's not always just because you disagree with someone. It's not always about the color of their skin. It's sometimes how you it's how you kind of approach a situation. Let's say.
If the
And
whole
that-
world is racist, we're going to miss
Yeah.
out actually picking on the people who actually is and those people who need to be educated. But for the educated people just to have an opinion doesn't scream racism.
You know what? Do you know what?
So Paige can't answer for things that people are saying Torian said. Like, that's not just because they're friends. It's not on Paige to answer things that.
Yeah, but when you revolve yourself around someone, you're.
And when two people disagree, you can't scream racism. You can't say they're racist at the same time.
That's wild.
There's a couple of things here to take from it, right? The first thing is that whenever we talk about any type of divisive topic, it's obviously a very passionate and people are, hypersensitive. Obviously, I'm not watching the comments, so what Paige you just said, I can't offer a response to. But in response to what you just said, Wait, but in regards to was there anybody racist within the panel or the platform that we've just been engaged in? No. But I think here's the thing, right? It's clear that from what I'm looking at, just from someone who hasn't got their emotions involved, that you're all coming from the same side. You want equality and justice for all, ultimately. Paige wants it in the form of racism and equality. My man Wayne, who came up, he wanted it for LGBTQ, and we're all coming from the same thing. It's baffling me how we're finding ways to try
but Jay, when you then accuse everyone of being the thing that you're fighting for, it eradicates what you're trying to do.
And I appreciate that. I take that on board, that we need to be aware of the language.
By the way, I'm not
we're
saying
using.
you did that, but I'm just,
Yeah, no. But I can understand how language can isolate people and ostracize the cause that you're trying to push. So again, it's all learning. I'm not adverse to it. So
Look,
I take your point.
I'm part of the LGBTQ community. If I called every single person who disagreed with me homophobic, homophobia would become less of a serious thing because everyone was it and everyone was talking about it. And it was no longer a spotlight of what serious actions and cases have actually happened that we can stop it. That's all I'm going to say with that.
Hello.
What's going on, DJ?
What's going on? I'm really disappointed by this Prince guy, I'm not going to lie. But there's a way how you come into a platform and express your opinion without attacking somebody.
Let's not play the attacking victim thing, please.
It's been vile.
There's
been a lot of people. Wait there, mate. I'm speaking.
Two people have just come up in the box.
Hello. I'm speaking. Don't be rude. Don't speak over me. I'm speaking.
Wait. Someone has just called me a racist, but that's not an attack.
Let me have my point, yeah, and then you can talk after.
All right,
I'm not going to listen to anything that you're saying.
Stop shouting.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I'll bring you back down again. But the thing is, the way how he just went on, then I'm just showing him that there's levels in it. Yeah, anybody can come on a platform and raise the voice and start saying horrible stuff to people. Why not have a nice intellectual conversation? Yeah, that's the point I was just trying to make. Then anyway, this past week for a lot of people, it's been very, very draining, and I refuse to just sit back and allow people like yourself and Wayne to come on this platform and unravel all of the good work that has been done. Yes, it probably was a lot of help. Sorry, yes, it probably was a lot of help all of this time, but at the end of the day,
you can't fight racism.
When you say
excuse me, can we let
the same people marching down Pride parade for the last 50 years trying to fight for their own rights? You say the same people marching down Pride
I still haven't finished.
Well, don't spit false information then.
Let me finish what I was saying, please. Let me finish what I was saying.
Don't spit false facts then.
I understand that it was probably a lot for Pearl name to be called out on all of these lies for the whole week, but we have to understand as adults that every actions have consequences, and the consequences of her actions is that people had mass debates all over TikTok. But you're just trying to look at the negative side and not looking at the positive sides for the people.